Hello everyone, I am Nagavelli Prasad working in TSRR Center of Excellence, Karimnagar. Today I am going to explain you a wonderful part of human physiology which comes under excretion lesson which is called as RAS, whose full form is Renin Angiotensin Aldosterone System. RAS stands for Renin Angiotensin Aldosterone System. To understand this system, before going to this mechanism, I am going to explain you something. My dear students, we have to know glomerular filtrate rate, GFR. First of all, we have to know what is GFR. So the amount of filtrate formed by both kidneys per minute. Per minute, how much of filtrate is forming by the both kidneys, known as glomerular filtrate rate. My dear students, every minute 125 ml of filtrate will form in our body, in our kidneys. 125 ml of filtrate will form. That means to form 125 ml of filtrate, so the amount of how much of amount of blood has to come, that is also very important. If the sufficient blood doesn't reach to the kidneys due to lower blood pressure, low BP, if sufficient blood does not reach, what happens? Glomerular filtrate rate falls down. So GFR falls down. It may be 120 or 115 or 110. In such condition, when GFR falls down, so RAS system activate in our body. When does RAS system activates? When glomerular filtrate rate falls down. Why GFR falls down? Because of sufficient blood does not reach to the kidneys because of lower blood pressure, low BP. If the low BP condition is created in our body, sufficient blood is not pumped to kidneys, so sufficient blood doesn't reach to the kidneys, so kidneys doesn't filter in a sufficient manner, so GFR falls down. The GFR falls down leads to activation of a system known as Renin Angiotensin Aldosterone system, in which there is a linked enzymes, linked reactions takes place. The first of all, I am going to tell you, so how this system is made up of. First anatomy I will tell you. Before that, we have to know juxtaglomerular apparatus, JGA, which participate in this system. So juxtaglomerular apparatus is formed by DCT and afferent arteriole. My dear students, I want to tell you, this is the structure of nephron, right? This is Bowman capsule and this is this is glomerulus and Bowman's capsule together they call Malpighian capsule. This is proximal convoluted tubule, PCT, and Loop Finley, and then DCT. And the arteriole which enters into Bowman's capsule known as afferent renal arteriole, and the arteriole which enters outside from the Bowman's capsule known as efferent renal arteriole. So there is a close association between afferent arteriole and DCT. So where the close association, there JGA or juxtaglomerular apparatus will form. And the cells of DCT which show the close association to afferent arteriole known as macula densa. Macula densa are the group of cells of DCT where they show the close association with the afferent arteriole. In the same way, the epithelial cells of afferent arteriole, which are smooth muscles only, the afferent arteriole contains where it shows the close association with DCT known as JG cells, juxtaglomerular cells. These JG cells and macula densa togetherly called JGA. So juxtaglomerular cells plus macula densa togetherly called juxtaglomerular apparatus. So JG cells are the cells formed are related to DCT JG cells are related to afferent arteriole and macula dense associated to DCT. This togetherly form juxtaglomerular apparatus. Now let us discuss the system. Now when GFR falls down, when sufficient blood is not reaching to the kidneys, so GFR, the value of GFR falls down. When it falls down immediately, JG cells stimulates and release an enzyme called renin. Renin is an enzyme released from JG cells which is called as angiotensinogenase. This enzyme released into blood. So blood contains another protein which is formed from the liver, that is called as angiotensinogen. Angiotensinogen is an inactive form of angiotensin 1. So until and unless renin doesn't release on this one, it won't become into active form. So renin activates angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. And later one more enzyme called angiotensin converting enzyme, ACE, angiotensin converting enzyme, act on angiotensin 1 to form angiotensin 2. See the series of reactions, how they are taking place. See, when GFR falls down, JGA stimulating and releasing renin into blood. So when renin is working on angiotensinogen, angiotensinogen is becoming into angiotensin 1 active form, and angiotensin 1 by the enzymatic action it is converting into angiotensin 2. This angiotensin 2 work on adrenal cortex which is located above the kidney. So adrenal gland has two regions, cortex and medulla. This angiotensin 2 work on adrenal cortex, stimulates the adrenal cortex in order to release aldosterone. As we know, aldosterone released from adrenal gland. So aldosterone we know causes reabsorption of sodium plus and water from DCT and collecting duct. So DCT and collecting duct. So here collecting duct release, right? This is DCT. So reabsorption of sodium plus and water from DCT and CD, collecting duct, and secretion of potassium into DCT and CD. What happens? This aldosterone role is what? Reabsorption of sodium plus and water from the filtrate, and secretion of potassium into DCT and CD collecting duct leads to increase of blood pressure. When increase of blood pressure leads to increase of GFR into normal. So see how this all chain reaction taking place when GFR falls down. How wonderful it is. See, I repeat it, when GFR falls down due to low BP, so immediately JGA, juxtaglomerular apparatus, activates and releases an enzyme renin. Renin activates angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. Angiotensin 1 furtherly converted into angiotensin 2 by the enzyme called angiotensin converting enzyme. This angiotensin 2 work on or stimulates adrenal cortex to release aldosterone. Aldosterone causes reabsorption of sodium plus and water in the DCT and collecting duct, and secretion of potassium into DCT and CD, which leads to blood pressure, increase of blood pressure, which leeds to increase of glomerular filtrate rate. This is regarding RAS.